Alrighty. Hello. Welcome to Bima's Crafty Corner. I am Bima, better known as Els, and today we are working on a bee journal. Yeah. Look, I don't know what your problem is, weirdo, but go away. You're being a lunatic. Okay. Alrighty. All right, so this is the part we're working on. As best I can tell. Words are always good. That bag we might use. Okay. Good morning, Miss Arlene. My apologies for being late. Alrighty. So, we'll get stuff out of the way. Let's take a look at where we are. Maybe figure out where we're going. Okay, that's not a pocket. That's just a detail. Pocket. Flip out. This needs something. Let's do that. What are we going to put in here? I don't know. Let's put a bee in there. I got some bees. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get some of these out of the bag. Small stuff. Bees. All right. Where are my tweezers? I need the tweezers. There they are. Okay. Oh, well, I think they're highly underrated. Like I said, I think they're great for, when you need something to calm you. You just want to do something that's calming and you don't really have to think too much. It's laid out for you. Let's see if we can get this little bottle to work today. It's probably going to be a massive no. It's like when you just want to just do something and you're not really, you don't want to think about it, you don't want to, you don't want to be bothered. You just want to have something that lets you shut down. I think they're fabulous. And they're just fun. What in the heck? There's a teeny tiny little spider on my desk. All right, that's better. Go under there and stay under there. If you come out, I'm going to get you. I will. I'll get you. Right, there's the fold. We're going to go up here. And brain fire. The cards are perfectly stressed. Little things. Exactly. Hi, Candy. How are you, my darling? Hello, Christine. Hey, Katie. All right, let's put this away. Oop. All right, it still needs something. I don't know what. Maybe. Let's put some ink on this and see if we like it. All right, let's see. We're going to put it on here. Right there. I'm just going to put it. Just going to put it. So how you been, Candy? It's been a couple of days. Now, where did you go? Well, I think he's on the floor now. Well, I don't know. All right, so now we have that. We have this little flip out here. It's got a journaling card in it. Writing space, journaling card. Let's flip the page. We've got writing space here. Not a tuck, just a design. All right, writing space. Writing space. We're leaving this alone so somebody can color it later. Double journal card. Writing space. And we took the other side of that and we flipped it in, and it didn't quite come all the way over. So we used this piece just to kind of close it, which gives us a nice big pocket here and a big tag. More writing space. This needs a thing. Let me see if I can get all these bees out of here. Oh, there we go. A couple more. Hold on, there's two more. Little boogers. Okay. Get those out. Hi, Miss Jenny. I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry we make you dizzy. I'm going to take this one. If I can find my scissors. There they are. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, there was quite a bit of rain, mostly over on your old side of town. Lots of wind. It blew down a whole bunch of power poles. I think there's like 120,000 customers that are without power still. And then just dripping. It's just been dripping. You know, regular Vegas rain. Just enough to get your car dirty. and to bring up the barometric pressure. Not really enough rain to do anything. It's been good. I was down your way last week. I had Bug with me. Probably be back down that way the end of the summer. In August, I'm going to be heading to just before school starts. I'm heading to Texas. So, and I'm supposed to have both boys with me then because they both want to go. I don't know why. Apparently, Bima's the fun ticket. We're going to put this one up here. I kind of like that. And I'm not going to ink it because it just blends. A little bit of white showing right there, and I'm just going to trim that off. And then I'm just going to put this one in. Bees, 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 bees. Yeah, only in Vegas. We were under a wind advisory and a storm warning, rainstorm warnings, thunders and lightnings and stuff. And you could smell the rain, but we didn't really get anything up here in Summerlin. But boy, apparently the wind was kicking over on the other side. See, that one looks too babyish. Can't use that one. No, no, no. No. Right. I'll put these little guys on. He doesn't look like a bee. He looks like a wasp. We're going to put him on anyway. So it's still a bee, right? Still part of the bee family. Well, I was going to. That was part of the plan. But there was because we were going to go all the way down to Tucson. But there was a big accident on the road, and they were turning everybody around. And a little too much stress for Bug. So I decided it was best to bring him back and bring him home. All right, what are we going to do here? We have a pocket, and a big thing, and then journaling space and pocket. Let's do a belly band. Yeah? Let's do a big belly band. Okay, let's do a belly band. We could use this. It'll build. You'll get it. All right, let's cut this down. See where we're at. Move this out of the way. We're going to cut this. It helps Doofus if you put it in there the way that you're going to use it. Okay. Let's see, 1.5 maybe. Let's go with 2. We can cut down, but we can't put back, So Let's go with 2 and see where that takes us. Okay. Pencil. Yes, yes. Okay. Here we go. There. 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 Let's rough cut this out and see where we get. All right, so we cut that off. And I did that at an angle, so let's see what it looks. All right, here we go. Suppose we should get rid of this. Well, damn, that's perfect. How did I do that? Usually there's some trim involved at this point. That actually worked. Right there to there. I like it. Okay, so I am going to take just a little bit off so it doesn't rub in the fold. And then we'll put some ink just to get rid of the white. I'm working on this other belly band and I just can't get it where I want it to be, you know? It's still in this stage. Hell, I even cut that with the bees going in the right direction. Ding. I'm either getting really good at this. No, not really. Nah, that was just luck, let's be honest. All right, let's see. That is a little crooked. Get it straight. I put it on there to fit it 3 times, and 3 times it fit beautifully. And then when I put it down, what do? I put it on crooked. Oh, well, it lives there now. Okay. Somewhere here. Somewhere. A nice big journal card. Here we go. This one. And tea-dyed paper. All right, honey. We love you. Everybody say bye to Janie. She's going to go sew. Okay. Let's get this off here. Okay, trim that. Trim this. And then we'll do some inky dinky doo. Here we go. Inky dinky doo. Inky dinky. Inky dinky doo. Inky dinky. Inky dinky doo. Do you do Inkies too? Okay. So we'll put that in there. Need something here. Yep, that's what we're doing. Okay. That. This little guy. There. Done. Next page. So we only have 4 pages left in this signature, and then we're going to move on to the next signature. So we're probably going to get this one done today, and then we'll work on the other one tomorrow. Yes. Okay. Let's back this. Let me see. Let's back it and just make a little tuck over here with it. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So let's get some glue on here. Get that on there. Trim it down. And I'm going to try. We're going to see how good I can do this. Not too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. All right, let's put some vintage walnut photo on here. Shush. It's pretty much just walnut at this point.
Awesome.
No, he doesn't want to go outside until you're out there. Then he wants to go outside. He's going to bitch at me about it. All right, so we're going to put this little guy over here. And then we need a little journal card. Something small. Well, we just happen to have a whole bunch of ephemera for this. So let's take a look. All right, so we want a journal card. I mean, not huge, but not dinky either, but we do need it to fit in there. And that's not going to fit. So it needs to be smaller than this one. Okay. I wonder if one of these will fit. Yeah, that'll fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that off right there and make it into a journal card as opposed to a tag. So I could leave it as a tag, but nope. I'm just going to cut it off. And ink. That black line. There we go. See? You never even knew it. All right, we're going to put that in there. Needs a little more zhuzh. Get rid of that. All right. And a little bit of yellow to make it pop. What is today? Today's the 2nd. Okay. So we have a sale in like 5 days. And I'm not ready. That's okay. I'll get it together. We'll get there. All right. So what's going on? All right. So here's what's going on. We did do Patreon this past Sunday, but most of the Patreons had other plans and were not able to attend. So we rescheduled it. So if you're Patreon or you purchased the quarterly kit and so we're going to do it again this Saturday. So that everybody can partake the pie. So we're going to do it on Saturday, I think. Hello, Susan. Welcome, welcome. So I think it's at like 3 o'clock or 2:30, something like that. So middle of the day. Plenty of time for me to still be able to, do mixed media. That. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to go to the other side here. Now, this one is one of those pages that we really have to kind of look at because, like the front, it gets framed out. So we need to kind of decide what we're going to be doing here. And how we want to present this. Okay. So we need to work on this. My God, woman, you guys have been on that move process for like better part of a year. Have you finally gotten it all figured out? Because I know there was some issues with the condo. This is the world's crookedest line. It's like a San Francisco street after an earthquake. I hate moving. I really do. Mike says to me, he says, why do you keep putting everything in these filing cabinets? I said, because when we move, you're going to love these filing cabinets. My whole shop is in a filing cabinet at this point. And each drawer is marked as to what is, what type of stuff is in there. And all I have to do is tape them and go. Oh. So you're getting a different one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course they're fireproof. It's the only thing that saved my store. Oh, hell yeah, I'd be suing him for my escrow money. That can drag on, though, I'll be honest. I went through that here when we first moved here 25 years ago. I purchased like a mobile home. And I purchased it outright. It was 3 bedrooms, double wide. It was an older piece, an older trailer. But the guy was motivated to sell it, and so I bought it. And it was in a mobile home park, so I still had to pay rent. So the guy was just basically trying to get rid of the trailer. And I had a real estate agent on my end go in and take photographs, and I had it inspected, and everything was fine. And so I went ahead and I paid him, and we transferred the money. And about a week after I transferred the money, he died. Then his kids didn't want to give me back my money, and they sold the trailer to someone else. So we're still fighting to get that money back. They are heavy, but if you put them on a dolly, and I have a refrigerator dolly, so they're a lot easier to move than box after box after box after box. And then you have to unpack all those boxes. All I have to do with my filing cabinets is open a drawer. And those filing cabinets, they paid off when we had that fire. Yeah, but it's because the problem is that I had to deal with the guy, but he quick deeded the house to his kids in the event of his death, and he never had time to change the paperwork. That's the problem. All right. I don't know what the heck this thing is, but it's got to go away. How do I make this go away? Seriously, how do I make it go away? This thing is annoying. All right. So, Susan, yes, I am deathly allergic to bees too, but I love them. I really do. They're so, I don't know, there's something just, there's just something about them, but I am deathly allergic to them. All right, so it needs, I think it needs something on here to bring that up. No, I want to try maybe this piece. Let's try this one. Okay, we're going to use this one. I used to. I don't carry them anymore. There aren't a lot of bees in Arizona, in Nevada. You know? Like, we get bees, but not a lot. I do carry it when I go up to the mountain because they're up there a lot more than they are down here. Yeah. My daughter wanted to do it when she was younger. She wanted to do beehives in the backyard. And I was like, no, baby. But mommy, no. I did not even know it. I was probably like 7 or 8. And I was out in the woods with my brother and my friend. And my brother stepped on a beehive and the bees swarmed. And they were yellow jackets. And they stung the crap out of everybody, except for me. Even the dog, when we got home, got stung. I didn't get a single sting. And we went to the hospital. We had to rush my brother to the hospital because he had so many. He was going into shock. And the doctors in the emergency room, they checked me for bee stings. And I didn't have any, but part of the standard protocol where we lived was to check for bee allergies. So they checked for allergies. They told my mom, they said, you're lucky that they didn't sting her because she'd have been dead in 2 minutes. She's deathly allergic. And now your son is too. Yeah, now my brother is deathly allergic. And we used to laugh because as allergic as he was, he loved flowers. So he was constantly, we took him to the museum and he was like walking through the museum smelling all the flowers. My mom was like, "Get out of there, you're allergic to bees, you moron." He's like, "But the flowers." I love him to death, but was not the smartest kid in the playground. So yes, he carries an EpiPen, and he works at Disneyland, and they get a lot of bees there because of, like the soda and the ices and stuff like that. And they keep that stuff picked up, but because it's always a possibility, he carries an EpiPen with him at work. He was not allergic before we walked into those woods. He was by the time we came out. Okay, I'm going to put this on here. Don't know what we're doing with it, but it's a nice big piece of tape, and I don't want to get rid of it. Yeah, we get them every now and then up here on the porch. Like we'll see them. And usually it's just because they're coming after the water bowls. But like this time of year, it's almost too late for them. It's like it's too hot. The other thing I haven't had this year, we haven't had them. You guys know we have lizards on the wall out here. We have geckos. And we joke, I turn on the porch light and they come up and it's like, dinner bell. But, they're always there. And this year, we haven't seen them. And just yesterday, for the first time, we saw two. But usually we have like 10 or 15 of them on the patio, under the pergola and under the awning and everything. Just not this year. Just the weirdest damn thing. I don't know what the deal is. All right. Now we need to do something here, because this works. It's not great, but it works. This is good. This is, but we need something in here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they do. They have lots of flowers. Lots and lots of flowers. All down Main Street. All at the entrance. Around the Haunted Mansion. All along the waterfront. Around the castle. Not so much in the back behind the castle, because it's mostly kids' rides, and the kids just tear them up, so they don't put them out there. And of course, not in Tomorrowland. There are some towards the front of Tomorrowland where it kind of runs into Main Street USA. And then California Adventure's covered in them. Hi, Sash. So, yeah. All right. What are we doing? We're putting stuff on here. We just don't know what we're doing, how we're doing it. We could do a pocket and put a tag in there. This is really a journal card, but it would make a cute pocket. Let's make a pocket out of it, and we'll put it here, and we'll put a tag in it, yeah? Have a nice big tag. Let's put a big tag in there. All right, so I'm going to trim a little bit off the side. Not much, but a little bit. Like 1/8 of an inch. Perfect. Okay, that'll fit. And then we will add some ink to this. And make it a pocket. Let's put a divot in it. Now, I know before I moved out of Arizona, God, that was 30 years ago, they were getting Africanized bees down there. And I was like, oh, time to go. It was one of my mom's biggest get your asses out of there. Because, yeah. But then they got them in LA too. So, 6 in one, half dozen of the other. I remember there was a news report in LA not long after we got there. And there was an area up by the park there, the one that has the fountain in it. I don't know what the hell it's called, but it's a pretty popular park. It's used in a lot of movies and stuff. But there was a tree in that park that was literally coated in bees. Like hundreds of thousands of them. I was like, wow. It's a lot of bees. Don't you grouse at me. Your daddy stood there and he said, you want to go? And you didn't want to go. So you don't get to go and grouse at me now. No, no, no. Smarty little boy. I didn't mean that I didn't want to go. I wanted to go. I just didn't want to go at that exact second. But now I want to go. I don't care. I'm not getting up and letting you out. You're not going to pee because you don't pee publicly. You're afraid to pee. All right, we're going to put this on here. Right there. Yeah, they had to get the fire department went out there and they yeah. But they get the fire department out there and they sprayed them with the foam, the fire retardant foam stuff that they use like for jet fuel and stuff. And I guess it smothers them. And then they got rid of them. They basically cut the whole tree down. I know here we had, I used to have a mobile home here and I had there was a little teeny crack and the bees were going in and Mike went up and opened it and they had honeycombs about a third of the way down my house, going down my roof. And so we had to have an exterminator come out. He came out and he sprayed them because they did a thing and they were Africanized. So they had to get, they had to do it. So they go in there and they spray them to euthanize them, basically. And then I lived in an area that was pretty heavily Hispanic. And we backed a pickup truck up and got out a shovel and we were just pulling the honeycomb out and dumping it onto a tarp in the back of the truck. And they wanted that. And I was like, well, they were like, oh, it's good to eat. And we're like, no, it's not. That's got pesticides all over it. No. We had to stop them from taking it because they wanted to take it. I think we're going to put this little label in there too. And then a year later, they were back. So I had to pay to get them exterminated again. And this time we sealed it up with that foam, that you spray and it expands. Put that all over up there to keep them from getting back in. Yes, he didn't want to go outside. Daddy went outside. Daddy says, do you want to come outside? He just stood there and looked at Daddy. Now Daddy's outside and he's in here and he's having a fit. Hi, Johnny. Okay. So flip that closed. This needs something. All right, we're going to do this one. Yeah, he won't go pee if you're out there. So we could be outside for hours. And we know this because we've done it. We used to sit outside when it's not so bad. We sit outside and play cards on the patio. And have our dessert. So we were out there. This was when Sandy was home. We were out there and we were you can wait. We had our dessert. We were playing cards. We'd been out there probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. He would not go potty. And we knew he had to because he was sitting up on the porch with that really sad look on his face. Please go in the house. Please go in the house. Please go in the house. He would not pee. And then, so we all come in the house and he wants to come in the house. So we brought him in the house. Then he immediately starts barking. I need to go out. I need to go out. We let him out and he pees. He will not pee if we're out there. Now, put him on a leash, he'll pee. Not a problem. But just running in the backyard, he won't do it. Need something? Don't know. Oh, here we go. One of these stupid.
Everybody, Ozzy.
That is huge. Be excellent. It sounds like something Bill and Ted would say.
Yes. Be excellent to each other.
Yeah. Not what they said. Be excellent to each other.
Wish more people followed that advice.
Johnny says hi.
Hey, John.
We had lots of bees. Okay. I gotta get this straight. There we go. Nope, not straight. Used to be straight. There we go. It's better. It's straight. Okay. Push it down. There we go. Okay. That's better. Still don't know what I'm doing over here.
You want aim for a ball?
Harry, you want to come inside? He's like, no, I'm out here in my yard, in my condominium. Come on, fatty. Hey, come here, fish face. He doesn't want to come in. Come here, fishy face.
Took him a second to go. I really want to actually put the energy into getting up.
I know. Hi, fishy face. Come up and say hi. Come on. Come on. Come on up and say hi. Arlene's here. Come on. Come on, fish face. No. Okay. No. When I'm done with it, it's gonna probably go in my shop like most of them do. What? Hi, Harry. Yes. I know. You was outside, you was having fun, and Daddy made you come in, huh? I know. I know. All right, get down. Go on. Get down. Thank you. Yeah, I did a botanical. It's like a double volume, two of them. We also did a fairy that way. We did dark fairy and a light fairy, and the botanical one that was in 2 or 3 parts. It was the She Who Shall Not Be Named. Really. All right. So this one we're going to put away. Get down. I gotta use the space. You gotta get down. I need this space. Move it, fish face. Over there. Come on. Come on, Harry. Get down, please. Thank you. Oh, I hate when they do that. All right. So this is our next signature. And I've already done the third signature off camera. And I did work on the actual base for the book. So we're going to start this one tomorrow. I don't want to start it today. We're going to start it tomorrow. No, Harry's never had a... Harry's been fixed since he was baby. Huh. Yes, baby. Yes, baby. All right, so we're going to work on this tomorrow. Let's take a look at what we've got going on. Sorry, I was reading all the comments. I get lost in them, you know. All right, so let's get out of June and go into July, shall we? Look at that. The month is fat. Ugh. Fat, 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 guys. A lot of stuff going on this month. So, we are going to be... Tomorrow, there's going to be a special video release. That's a box with cards for that. We're also going to be doing art therapy. We're going to be doing the altered book. I don't know. I might do a panel. You know, it's just about getting together and talking and, you know, doing mindless crafting, you know, just to kind of relax. Then we're going to do craft with me. And this week we are doing... make ahead bases, ephemera bases. So we're going to be using some dies and stuff like that to, and some punches to do some of those things. And that's Independence Day. That's, you know, so may not be anybody here anyway. Saturday, we're going to be doing mixed media. Sunday, we're going to be having the game. I'm also going to be having, I think it's at 2:30. So we're going to have to look and see what we're doing here because I got to do my sale and Patreon. So I might be moving Patreon back a week to the 13th. And then on the 7th, we've got Stamps, Make Ephemera. That's an easy class. And then there's a 3-part beginner's class starting on the 8th. And it is a folio journal. Yeah, that's actually not a signature page. We make that into a signature page because it's single page. It's like a pad kind of thing, but we make that into. So I'm going to probably be moving some things around. I might move Patreon around simply because Sunday the 6th, we're going to have the sale. Otherwise, we'll get lost. Let me see. I could move the sale to Saturday. No, never mind. Patreon's at 2:30 on Saturday. Yeah, my brain's not functional. Cool. All right. And we have the July challenge because we're on the 2nd of July, and that means we need to get it out there. So I'm going to give you the July challenge. I've thought long and hard about this one. And I decided that it needed to be something different. So for our regular item, ink. Don't care what kind of ink. It could be alcohol ink, spray inks, ink pad, whatever. Could be a pen, ink. You interpret that any way you want. The second item, metal. Use some metal and some ink. That is this month's challenge. Birthday. That's okay, Arlene. We'll take care of it. I know it's not Defy because they're on the 2nd Saturday. Right? Pretty sure they're on the 2nd Saturday, which is why we never pushed the sale back. Okay, so lots of things going on. Busy start to our month. Big Brain Boy's birthday is on the 3rd, tomorrow.
Big Brain Boy.
Oh, that's Sunday at 7. No, I'm going to move. We'll get it. We'll do it. I'll be done before then. I'm going to do this at like 2 in the afternoon. So we should be okay. Yeah, Big Brain Boy's birthday's tomorrow. And then, of course, Independence Day on Friday, or my mom's birthday. And then 2:30 on Saturday, we'll do the Patreon. 6 o'clock at night, we're going to be doing mixed media. And Sunday, we'll have the sale. We'll do that earlier in the day. And then we should be okay. Also, this month's project challenge is ink and metal. And or metal. You can use one or the other. You can use both. It's entirely up to you. Tomorrow, we'll get started on this signature. This is not a big one. It's a little signature. I think this one's only like 5 or 6 sheets. So, yeah, it's a small signature, guys. So we'll be working on this one, and then we'll get this whole thing put together when we're done. That's everything. All right. So if you're new here and I have not yet offended you, I'm sorry. Go ahead and hit that button. I will eventually. I promise. What else? Don't forget to check out the community tab or the post tabs or whatever the heck YouTube is calling it now. They change everything by the week. To see what's going on in my world, there's a list that you can get there that tells you everything that I got going on. If I'm traveling, when I'm traveling, what direction I'm going, if I have a free class coming out, all of that stuff. It's all there. And you can go ahead and check that out. I am going to be updating that today. What else? You can also get that list over on my Facebook group. There's links in the chat and in the description for all of this stuff. Go buy my coffee and pick up my Ko-Fi and pick up a copy of some free digitals, or you can go over to my Patreon and support the channel. Arlene, so I got these yesterday. Thank you very much. Do you know what they are? Because I do. These are watch parts. That's why they're so damn small. So, yeah, so we got those. And that's it, guys. That's all I have. Until I see you again, stay hydrated, stay cool, and stay well, my friends. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.